Shalom. Shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, I'm going to start by giving all praises. It's like all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham unto the 144,000, as well as the rest of your elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And in this quick lesson, just going to get into pretty much, and this, well, I'll say it afterwards. We're just going to get to, man, faith. Faith is going to be the reason why you're going to be saved here, right? Faith and mercy, ultimately, in Yahweh Bashem Shah, right? And this lesson is inspired by Elder Arianazi from our account. I was watching his video, recent video he just did on how the heavens hate when you don't have faith, right? And then I was just thinking about, well, the opposite of it. So the heavens, they love it when you do have faith. And by faith is going to be the reason why you be saved. Faith and mercy, ultimately. Just something I was meditating on. Wanted to get an account. Dang it. It's like, yeah, hold on. Just lost it. I just dropped it on accident. Here it goes. Ooh, well, I'm gonna get one of them. Mark. Yeah, there it goes. That's what I wanted. All right, let's go ahead and get it. This is Mark chapter 5, and I'm starting at verse verse 25. All right, this is Mark chapter 5, verse 25. It says, "And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing bettered, but rather grew worse." All right, so she had an issue of blood. Women, they have their period. So blood, talking about, blood down there. And basically she wanted it to stop. And she went to go see many physicians, and a physician means a healer, right? They, as she said, she suffered many physicians, so she went to go see many physicians and spent all that she had, all her money, to try to get this problem fixed. But instead of it getting fixed, it actually grew worse, right? So we're gonna go ahead and continue on. Verse 27 says, "When she had heard of Yahweh Shai, came in the press behind, and touched his garment. For she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole." Right? So that's faith right there. She had faith that, like, if I just touch him, I'll be healed. Pretty much. Desperate. Yeah, I wish I the only way. We desperate ourselves, man. I wish I just come back. Continue to believe. Shit, we desperate ourselves, man. So she was desperate. So she touched his clothes. Wait, my bad. I'm gonna let it play out. Mark chapter 5, and I'm gonna reread verse 28. It said, "For she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed from that plague." Right? So when she touched his Yahweh garment, she was healed. She stopped bleeding. Verse 30 says, "And Yahushua, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned about in the press and said, who touched my clothes?" All right, that virtue going into power. So the Lord, Yahushua, he felt power leave from his body. From that woman being touched. You're like, somebody took some of my power. Not flying. But yeah, he felt some power come out of his body because of that woman. Right? Continuing on, it says, where is it? Salakia. Mark chapter 5 and verse 31. It says, and the disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, who touched thee? Meaning that, like, there was a multitude of people around Yahushua. A lot of people was touching him, but only one certain person touched him in faith, which is that woman, to be healed. And says, and he looked around about to see her that had done this thing. So that lets you know Yahushua knew who did it. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. Right? So that's the moral of the story, man. Key word, thy faith has made thee whole. Right? That's what literally what Yahushua told him. Your belief in me made you whole. And that's what's going to get us out of here, man. Our belief in Yahushua, that he can save us, that he could deliver us, that he can heal us from all the issues we're going through at the moment. Now, yet in this day of our captivity, our faith in him being able to deliver us, bro, with that, man, hey, that's what's going to make us whole. That's what's going to get us right. Right? So it's very, very, very important to have faith. Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? So we never seen Yahweh Shem Shah, but yet we have been gifted with faith to ultimately believe in him. Yet we have never seen him in these bodily eyes, man. Right? Scripture says, man, you know, when Yahweh Shah was talking to Thomas, he said, you have seen me. Blessed are those that have not seen me and yet believe. So we are tremendously blessed to be able to believe, yet we have never seen him. You know, and continue to pray that the Lord can increase you within that, you know, because we can always get more faith. Always get more faith. We need it. Right? We need it, man. We need it. But, you know, going back to that story, man, that faith made her whole, man. Her belief in Yahushua, her belief that she will be healed through Yahushua made her get healed. And that's how it's going to be with us in today. Our belief in Yahweh Shem Shai, that he will deliver his elect, and we're hoping to be part of that elect. As long as we do what's asked of us, then guess what? We're going to see. We're going to see. I mean, it's countless scriptures as it goes into it. Because you made me thy habitation, I'll keep thee in hour of temptation. Sirach 2:10, for, you know, who have he forsaken that trusted in him, have faith in him? Bro, like there's nothing, you can't go wrong with having faith in Yahweh Shem Shah. He loves it, man. Your faith makes the Lord wants to move. Because with faith is an action thing. It's not a thing of just saying, oh, I believe. Anybody can say, I believe. But does your action show that you believe? It's kind of like love, man. You can't say you love somebody if your action don't show that you love them. You ain't taking care of them, or doing whatever you do to show your love language to them. Right? For a man, that's just be simply providing for her. You know, making sure she eats, have clothes on her back, stuff like that. That's like that for a man. You know? But I'm gonna go ahead and get James. Yeah, James. This is James chapter 2 and verse 14. And the title of it says Faith and Works. It says, what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him alone? So your faith is proven by the work that you do. For example, us going on the highways and byways, that's an example of faith. Right? Our belief, because we believe in Yahweh Shem Shai. And we've been commanded to preach the word. Guess what? We're going to go out there and feed the sheep to prove our faith. That's not the only way you can show your faith. Hell, you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, man. That's faith right there. You believe in the Lord. You believe that, like, well, I need to be doing this to the best of my ability because the law is good. It's not like it's bad. It is good. Right? You believing in the names. You despising every other doctrine. You moving a certain way in the world now because of your belief. You treating, loving yourself as you love your neighbor. That's all because of what you believe. But when it comes to serving Yahweh Shem Shai, it also, adds faith and fear goes hand in hand, right? So you will have to also fear him too, because you fear the consequences of your actions if you don't do what he which was commanded of you. But first, you got to believe in him first. You believe in him, and then that fear comes afterwards. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead jump down to James 2. I'm just jump down to verse 17. Yeah, it says, even so, faith, if it has not works, is dead being alone. Right? So, yeah, we're not saved by our works, but our works is what prove our faith in Yahweh B'Shem Shai. That is the purpose of the works that we do. It's to prove our belief. It's not to big ourselves up. Oh man, I can do this. I can keep the laws and statute commandments. I can, do whatever the fuck you feel like bragging about, I guess. The purpose of our works is to prove our faith in him. Yahweh Shai, man. Read verse 18. This is the main point. It says, yeah, a man may say thou hast faith and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works. Right? So, key word, a man may say. But the Lord, he's looking at them actions. Hell, he's even looking at your mindset behind the works that you do as well. Because you could go out there on the camp, out there at the camp all the time, but if your mind ain't right behind it, if you saying like, oh, fuck, man, I got to go to fucking camp, you think the Lord going to accept that sacrifice? Hell, if it was, put yourself in that position. You and your woman. Your woman, you want your woman to come over. Oh my gosh, I gotta come over. You ain't gonna want her to come over no more. You be like, well, fuck you too. Lord's the same way. Fuck you too. All right. But yeah, back in James chapter 2 and verse 18 from the top, it says, yeah, a man may say thou hast faith and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Right? So by the things we do is the proof of our faith, like the woman. Right? It was one thing for her just to believe, but she took action. Her works was her actually reaching out to touch him, believing that like, I will be healed if I touch him. That's works right there. Faith with works. Works proved her faith. That's why she got healed. That's why Yahweh Shai told her, man, hey man, your faith, daughter, your faith made you whole. Now go and be healed of thy plague. Go enjoy the rest of your life. Damn, 12 years though? Whew, 12 years? That's a long time of an issue of blood. No telling how messy it was, maybe. I don't know. We'll get the details in the kingdom. But we just know she had that issue of blood, man. That's ain't no joke, man. She's constantly bleeding. Pretty much. Down there. And then it touched the Lord, you're like, hey, your faith, you believed. You good now. The Lord went on his way. That's in the gospel, he says, I think he says that a couple of times in the gospel, man. Thy faith had made thee whole. Thy faith, the Lord always referred to faith, which is what your belief in him. Your belief in him made you whole. Because your belief, your faith, it's going to come with works. If you actually have faith, anyone can say I believe in the Lord, but what is your life shows? Are you doing anything that shows that you believe? You can't say you believe in the Lord and you're a fucking just a straight up nigga killing everybody, but you believe in God got me, but you just kill somebody like you murdered somebody. Keyword, you murdered somebody. You're not loving your neighbor as you love yourself, but you say you love the Lord though. Hell no. It comes with works. But our works is not the reason why we're going to get saved. The works is to prove our faith in him. That's it. Our belief in him. And Yahweh B'Shem Shai. All right. Okay, Hebrews 11, chapter 11, verse 6, it says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So even when it comes for you asking things, you have to believe that he can do it. You can't sit here and be doubting they're like, man, he can, I'll see. I don't know. No, bro. Once you pray about it, first you got to get your mind right before you pray about it. Get your mind right. Prepare yourself to pray about it, and then you pray about it and just leave it to the Lord's hand. And if the Lord cares about you, he's just going to do what's best for you. If he sees that like you asked for it and he's like, you know what, you actually can handle it, I'll give it to you. But if he sees that like certain things you asked for, and he was like, you know what, if I give you this, it's going to make you worse. It's going to slow down your progress. It's going to, hell, it can mess around, make you fall out the truth. Lord just won't give it to you, man. You have to be okay with that. You have to understand, yeah, the Lord heard you. It's just, there's a reason why he's not giving it to you or whatever it may be. And it's easier said than done, man. It hurts because we don't know. But he knows, man. He knows us better than ourselves. He knows that, man, if I give him this in a matter of a year or two, matter of a couple months, hell, weeks maybe, fall right out. Yeah, I heard of Jake that used to be in the camp. He fucking won the lottery and took tails. He was in the truth. He won the lottery, kicked out. That's why the Lord won't give you certain things. And that's just an example. A dude that was part of Jim Miss won the lottery and fucking left after winning the lottery. That's why sometimes you just don't need that much money. Some Jakes don't need that much money because you get all that money and fucking bug out. That's just an example, neither here nor there. I just want to throw that out there. But not to stray too far from the topic, man. You have to believe. You can't be wavering, as it says in James, man. If he wavers at the sea with the winds. Matter of fact, wave. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get it because I feel like I'm going to butcher the mess out of it. This is James chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, no doubt. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. Right? So don't, if you're wavering, which means doubting Yahweh Shem Shai, when you ask for these things, then the Lord's like, man, this nigga already doubted me. I ain't doing shit for you. Try again. With some more faith. No, not with more faith, with faith. Try again with faith. I might just do it. So you have to believe first. You can't come up to the Lord wavering like, I don't know, Lord. Goofy as hell. I don't know. I mean, if you can. I think that's account of that in the scripture. Talking about if it, But, yeah, man, you got to come to the Lord believing, man. That's why it's so important to pray about faith. Pray that the Lord gives you faith, man. Right? Because that's your belief, man. That's your belief in him. And if you believe in him, you're going to fear him. That's point blank, period. If you believe in the Lord, you are going to fear. Meaning that you're going to be moving more cautiously. You're not going to be doing, there's certain things you're just not going to do. Now, give or take, we're in the flesh. We're going to go off regardless. But we're still going to do the best that we can within these wretched bodies that we do have. Point blank, period, man. All right. But I'm going to go ahead and get this last one. This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, for by grace are ye saved through faith. So grace goes into favor, or a good favor, partiality and judgment. And it says, and for by grace are ye saved through faith, through your belief in him, that he can save you. And that's something that's not built overnight. That's something that's built like with some time, years. Now, give or take, you are going to have some that come in at the last hour and all they're going to know is the names and they'll be saved, which is enough for them to get them through. But for the ones that are here now, you got to be shining more and more. Proverbs chapter 4, man. The just shineth more and more to the perfect day. So you got to keep shining more. Keep growing in that faith more. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, being charitable, right? You got to grow in all that more. I'm going to read this again. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 8 said, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of the Most High. So it's the gift of the Lord for him to save us, man. We don't fucking deserve it. We don't deserve to be saved. We don't deserve to have this truth. But yeah, he's going to do it because it's a gift unto us. Read verse 9. It says, not of works, lest any man should boast. So your works is not, like I said, your works is not going to be the reason why you get saved. Your works is only there to prove your faith. That's it. Nobody should be bragging about works. Scripture going to, man, if any man pretty much brag about this, that he knoweth and understandeth me. Hell, we'll brag about, hey, we know the Lord. You don't, but we do. We know the Lord, and we know he don't fuck with that. This or that. You know? That's us. You know? But yeah, man. Just keep that in mind, man. Faith, man. Faith. Your belief in Yahweh Shem Shai, and it's shown in your works. Right? And pray to the Lord, man. Pray to the Lord to help your unbelief, man. There's a count of that in the scriptures. Help my unbelief, man. I need to do that more myself. I was doing it a lot, some time ago. I need to do that more myself. Praying not just to give me more faith, but to help my unbelief, which is pretty much the same thing. But yeah, to help my whatever unbelief I do have. Because you're going to need it. For by grace, partiality and judgment, through faith, your belief in him, ye are saved. It's a gift of the Lord. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I want to end it out by saying, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yasharallah.